In this video, we're going to be listing out 3 proven ways to get stronger as an athlete. Hey, Ben from BarbellCoalition.com here. If you're an athlete and you're feeling like you're just not as strong as you should be, maybe you're a wrestler or a football player, or you're in any other kind of physical sport, it can be super frustrating, especially if you're working your butt off in the weight room and you're just not seeing the gains that you're striving for. So in this video, we're going to be listing out 3 bona fide ways to get stronger as an athlete. The first way to make big strength gains is to prioritize compound movements. If you want to build full body athletic strength, the lifts that you prioritize in the gym should be those that teach your body to produce force as a collective unit. And this is where multi-joint exercises come into the mix. So this is your squats, your bench presses, your deadlifts, your rows, your pull-ups, your overhead presses. Becoming strong and proficient in your compound lifts is as close to functional strength as you can get. And the reason we choose compound exercises over isolation exercises for building strength is because compound exercises will allow you to lift the heaviest loads your body is safely capable of. So when you're in the gym, your compound exercises should take up the majority of your training time, with isolation exercises being added at the end as accessory movements. And on that note, the second way to push big strength gains is to utilize accessory movements that complement your compound movements. Again, the majority of your training time should be compound movements, but when you do add your accessory exercises in, those accessory exercises should be those that transfer over to the performance of your compound lifts. Here's an example. Let's say you've hit a plateau on your bench press. What can help you is start introducing accessory exercises that transfer over to bench press performance. Because again, the big picture is improving on our compound lifts, but we can use accessory exercises as a tool to improve in that area. So maybe for the accessory portion of our upper body day, we start adding bench press supporting accessory lifts like incline bench press or close grip bench press. And we're gonna keep the volume relatively high here, because isolation exercises should be used to target smaller muscle fibers and build areas that may be lacking. The third way to push athletic strength gains is to take everything we've talked about so far and apply the principle of progressive overload. Progressive overload is the #1 most important concept when it comes to strength training. Progressive overload revolves around the fact that our bodies and our nervous system grow stronger through adapting to the stresses that we place on them. Now that adaptation can be neuromuscular, meaning increasing things like the number of muscle fibers that our body recruits to produce force, and it can be hypertrophy-based adaptations like increasing muscle size and facilitating growth. When we put a high stress on our body, we send it into a state of fatigue that's under our normal baseline of homeostasis. And in that bounce back from that fatigue state, what our bodies will do is send us into a form of supercompensation over that normal baseline homeostasis. And the more that we can place that stress on the body and get it into that supercompensated state, at some point your body will start treating that new supercompensated state as your new baseline of homeostasis. And then the cycle is going to repeat. So here's an example. Let's say I bench press 225 pounds for 5 reps. Then I come back the next week and I bench press 225 pounds for 5 reps. And then week 3, week 4, week 5, I still continue to bench press 225 pounds for 5 reps. At some point, your body will make the adaptation necessary to that specific stress, which in this case is 225 pounds for 5 reps. So if I keep bench pressing 225 pounds for 5 reps every time I'm in the gym, my body has already adapted to that stress, so it has no reason to adapt and grow stronger. So now what I would want to do, since I'm already adapted to that specific stress, is I want to start pushing it a little further. So maybe I add an extra rep, maybe I add 5 to 10 pounds. That way my body has a new stress to supercompensate for, adapt to, and grow stronger. This is where keeping a log of your training sessions is going to be incredibly important. You can't just hop in the gym, throw on whatever weight feels good and gives you the pump you're looking for and then leave. That may work well for novice lifters, but when you graduate to the intermediate level of lifting, your progress is going to start stagnating and plateaus are going to be hit. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like down below. Subscribe to the channel for training resources delivered to you on a weekly basis. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, website, all that stuff is in the description below. Thank you for watching.